Hey, brothers and sisters, welcome to Maranatha Call. I wanted to get on and just talk a little bit about a sermon I heard on Sunday at church. The pastor was talking out of Luke 22, and the main gist of the message was that God keeps his appointed times, that he is outside of time, and yet he sets specific times in man's history that he keeps according to his sovereignty. He rules over the nations, he's sovereign over all the earth. And specifically, the instance that the pastor was talking about was the Passover that Jesus kept with his disciples, called the Last Supper. And in that, Jesus says something very interesting. He tells his disciples that he earnestly desires to keep that meal with them, to keep the Passover with them. And that's really interesting. And the point that I want to bring out that the pastor brought out on Sunday that I just thought was really good, and it spoke to me, and I think it will be an encouragement for everyone, because it really was to me, was that Jesus, in saying that, showed his humanity in that he was waiting. Because as God, Jesus is outside of time. He never was created. He's always been here. He's always been the part of the Trinity. And so he's outside of time. And yet, when he says that he earnestly desired to keep the Passover with his disciples, he is showing that his humanity, that he was also put under time as well. In other words, Jesus, throughout his earthly life here, had to wait. He had to wait to keep the Passover, that Last Supper with his disciples that he was earnestly desiring. And I just want to say that, that's essentially how we feel waiting for Jesus in the rapture. We earnestly desire him to come to take us home, and yet we have to wait for it, as we're all too aware. And I want to encourage you guys that Jesus understands. And the date is not moving. In other words, he's not late. The Father has set the date, and just because it wasn't yesterday or last month doesn't mean that it's being postponed. It's not postponed. It is coming. Jesus is coming, and his coming is soon. And he is earnestly desiring to keep that date with us as well. Probably even more so than we could imagine. Even more so than we're desiring to keep that date with him. And I know that we all are really looking forward to it. So just be encouraged. Jesus understands what it is like to wait and the hardship of that. But he did it for the joy set before him, and we can do the same. So I just want to bless you guys. God bless you guys in Jesus' name. Keep looking up. Jesus is coming. Maranatha.